Good morning, this is Vicki.
And this is Jo.
And we're the Two Natural Ladies.
And we talk about the good news we all need and ways of getting the most out of life.
We help people with practical, uplifting ways we can all make a difference.
And we're striving for better, not perfect.
And we love a good laugh. Please enjoy the show.
Okay, you're with the Two Natural Ladies. We have Maureen and Shruti here. Well, Maureen's on the phone.
Yes.
Shruti's in the studio. It's all happening here.
It is, and I've got lots of buttons to press.
It's very bright and early in the morning, so it's okay.
It is, and Shruti's already been next door to say hello to the neighbours. Because Jo gave her the wrong, that's me, information. But here we are. We've made it.
Yes. So thank you for joining us, ladies.
Yes, welcome.
Yes.
Thank you very much for having us.
So we actually are thrilled to have you. And, I was just saying to Shruti that I heard about a program that they're running that it's combining, business coaching and art all together. And I thought, oh, I love that. That's good for the brain.
Yes.
So I've met them both through our business networking community. And, I'm thrilled that they're collaborating together to create something fun and effective. So putting the two worlds of business and art together. So how did you both meet and how did this collaboration come about?
Vicki, you introduced Maureen and me, and thank you to that. I visited a BNI meeting suggested by Vicki and met Maureen in the process. After the meeting, Maureen mentioned she had an idea. I'll leave the idea to Maureen. Don't want to steal her thunder first thing in the morning. And she said she would like to have a chat to me about it. So we met for lunch. One thing led to another. Oh, important information. I had calamari.
Oh, that
Perfect.
is very important.
Yes,
Yes.
calamari and coffees, yeah. So one thing led to another. We kind of clicked as a partnership. Our values matched. We shared a vision, most importantly. And, in a very organic fashion, Art and Authenticity was born. Art and Authenticity is the program that we're running. And, Vicki, thank you for the introduction.
I'm thrilled.
Yeah.
We love introducing people and creations coming out of it,
I can
don't we?
see that with the two of you right here in the studio. And I'm pretty sure Maureen has something to add to it as well.
Thank you so much to you, Vicki, for the introduction. What Shruti has said is true. I had developed an online art class during COVID last year, and it turned into quite a school. And over the period of lockdown, I had discovered that the impact of these weekly art classes on Zoom were creating a truly positive impact on people's lives in ways that I had never imagined. And it was a very profound learning for me and for my students. And I thought, well, if I could find the right coach to work with to integrate the conscious and the unconscious learning through the perspective and behavioral shifts that occur, it would be something I really wanted to do. So meeting Shruti was the perfect time, and we just clicked exactly like she said, and so much so that through our journey in creating our program, Art and Authenticity, so many times we'll be having a conversation and we'll complete each other's sentences, or I'll be writing and she'll be texting, and we'll both look and it's the same words. It's truly uncanny. And I did not have a calamari salad. I had a chicken salad that day. But really, truly, Vicki, thank you so much. You really made a very profoundly wonderful introduction, probably without even realizing it. So thank you.
Well, I didn't realise it. And what a match made in heaven here.
It was. Absolutely. I can't agree. What do you say? I can't agree more.
Yeah. So tell us about art and authenticity. What is it?
Art and authenticity is truly the heart work of Shruti and myself. Right from the core. We are living our values, walking the walk, and talking the talk while we are building and living our dreams. When we set out to design Art and Authenticity, we committed first to identify what our values were, and they are quite mutual, and they are, first and foremost, to provide guidance and a safe space to unmask yourself, to honor your vulnerability, and build confidence, to take the chances within a supportive group, propelling yourself towards the life that you dream and that want to live. We work with integrity, we live with tolerance, we're welcoming, and we practice and demonstrate behavioral flexibility, and we are always curious. Replacing fear with curiosity is a very empowering activity. And our purpose is to be happy, healthy, and financially free to help others achieve the same thing. And that's the overarching what is art and authenticity. And I'm going to hand it over to Shruti to give you the nuts and bolts.
Maureen gave you a perfect philosophical overview of what we do at Art and Authenticity. I couldn't have said it better. And like she said, I'm the nuts and bolts. So for our listeners...
Should see her. She looks just like Frankenstein.
I know, right? Hair all over the place.
Bolts coming out everywhere.
Bolts coming out. So anyways, I thought I would provide our listeners with exactly what they get within the program and, what we do in terms of the program itself. So it's a very unconventional collaboration between Maureen and me where we combine art and human behavior to give life, business and leadership a whole new perspective. It's a 6-week workshop which provides individuals, leaders and business owners an outlet to recenter and refocus on their true self. They find their purpose and they start operating from their core to feel empowered. And they kind of find their personal definition of success. Now, what success means to you, Joe, what success means to you, Vicki, and what success means to me is very different, isn't it?
Absolutely.
So we help them identify what their success is and what they need to do to get there. So that's what we do within the program. And, I think from my experience and what I've been going through in the last 3 years, I think there comes a point in our lives where we all need to find an outlet to rediscover ourselves. And, through the journey of lives, we put on so many masks and, we take on so many roles. We're a mum, we're a daughter, we're a wife, we're a partner, father, son, grandpa, whatever. And, by taking on those roles, I think we forget who we are at times. And Art and Authenticity, through that program, we provide a safe space through a supportive community of like-minded people where you connect to the real you. You get in touch with your vulnerability and we help you to believe that you're limitless. I think that is the heart of Art and Authenticity.
It's just amazing. It's like, I want to join. And we were just before you came on, we were actually talking about the left and right hemisphere of the brain. And you guys are using both hemispheres, which is amazing. So the brain will be firing and just very exciting.
It's a power-packed 6-week workshop. So it's very, very invigorating, I think.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's the benefits?
Well, did Maureen have anything to add to that?
I will be speaking about the left and right brain
There you
coming
go.
up through the benefits. So I was really happy you brought that up. And it really does create a very vibrant environment. But I'm going to let Shruti talk about the benefits a little bit, and I'm going to add to that. So maybe Shruti wants to start on the benefits of our workshops.
Oh, thanks, Maureen. I think the benefit of Art and Authenticity in its core is self-awareness. So, we need to identify the stories we tell ourselves on a daily basis, limiting beliefs and mindset blocks that stop us from taking the next step. And this is what we focus on our workshop. And as Maureen mentioned earlier, we combine this with creating art, which is, I think, a gentler approach to entering and experiencing discomfort. We guide you to expand your thinking, think outside your comfort zone, and we help you normalize and become comfortable with the uncomfortable. Because when you're comfortable, that's where growth happens. If you're sitting in your comfort zone doing the same thing every day, that's stagnation, isn't it? The moment you step out and you start trying something new, that's where growth happens.
I just also want to say here that what I'm imagining you're doing is our brains don't want to, we can get very stuck in what we're doing and we can block ourselves, but you're going to trick the brain because you'll be using this wonderful art and then it's like all of a sudden, ta-da, these amazing things happen.
And
I would almost like to say it's training the brain to think differently and see differently. So, normally what happens is when you need to go to the if you want to go into the uncomfortable, the subconscious takes over, and subconscious is nothing but the ego. So what we help the ego do is we say, hey, come along a journey with me. It's not that hard, to be in the uncomfortable. We'll show you the way. Let's do it together.
And it's fun.
Yeah, it's fun. It's so much fun. And the fun bit is what Maureen does.
Yes.
Let's talk to Maureen now.
Yes, tell us all about the fun.
Well, You know, it's really interesting, that learning how to see aspect. In the art classes that I had started last year, I built them as painting classes, but they really aren't painting classes or art classes. They're classes in learning how to see. And learning how to choose what you see in life is an art. It's a skill, and it's a choice above all else. What you choose to see walking down the street, what you choose to see in another person, what you choose to see in yourself, and importantly, most importantly, what you choose to leave behind, what you choose to overlook, what you choose to forgive and forget. And these are powerful decisions that I think we sometimes forget that we are empowered to make. And the way we interpret life is often described as how we see things. And creating art is often based on what we see. So our brains, as you know, we've been talking, are conditioned, I think, early in life, and we've been trained to see what we see. I just have to tell you an anecdotal story. My youngest son didn't start talking till much later than we thought he should start talking, and I had taken him to the doctor when he was about 2.5, and the pediatrician said asked him, "So tell me, what color is the sky?" And normally, if you look outside, people will say the sky is blue, the trees are green, the clouds are white. And my little 2.5-year-old son, well, the sky is kind of blue, yellow, it's white, and sometimes pink. And the doctor looked at me and he said, "Maureen, there's no problem here." And it's not the typical starting point, but for most people, the typical starting point is trees are green.
Yeah.
And in the same way, we're conditioned to look at circumstances and interpret situations through the lens of popular opinion, and often, and very sadly, through our own pain and limiting beliefs. So what our program does is provides a safe and unthreatening environment where the challenge, and I love to think of it this way, of hovering on that fence between comfort and discomfort long enough to grow a new riverbed, a new pathway in that crusty riverbed of your brain becomes possible because it's supported. And as Shruti said, the making of the art is a gentle way. Most people are terrified when you say, "Okay, pick up a paintbrush." "Oh my God, I can't paint." But that's an old story, and it's not about painting. It's about seeing. Can you see the green leaf in front of you? Sure you can. You just now copy it. So this is where the growth happens. This is where the new behaviors bloom and new skills are developed, and the authenticity through art really is where the magic happens.
I actually wrote that, Maureen. I had written authenticity illusions because that's exactly what I'm hearing in what you two are up to. It's about actually allowing those illusions to fall away and then find what it is your purpose and what turns you on. You know, it's like what turns us on is going to have us move in our lives so much more, and it usually has something to do with making a difference, which you two are obviously doing.
It's also the power of operating at your best, isn't it? Whatever your best is. So you operate at your best and you influence everyone around you and inspire everyone around you to kind of operate at their best. So imagine the world where everyone's doing their best. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Yep. And you were going to say something, Maureen?
No. Shruti just finished it just perfectly.
Of course she did.
I love this. So how do business people and leaders benefit from the program? I think we've got a pretty good idea, but tell us more.
I have to ask Vicki and Joe, you two, a question. What do you think is the most important factor of a successful business?
Oh, wow. You're only going to ask for one?
Yeah, one.
Okay, so...
Right now I'm just going to say I want to have fun.
Yeah.
When I look at Vicki and my business, I would say it's honesty and communication.
And where does that come from?
Where does that come from? Oh.
Well, for us personally, or anyway.
For us, it's a creation. It can often come out of nothing, but there's a commitment. We have a commitment to make sure we're always in communication,
and we have
but
a background.
It all starts from you, isn't it?
Yes.
You are the face of the business.
Yes.
So you're the driver of the business.
Yes.
You're the owner of the business. You're the leader of the business.
Yeah.
So the most important factor of any business
Is me.
is you, Joe.
It's me.
It's me. It's me.
Any business in the world, it's Vicki and Joe. Come to them.
It's us.
Yes.
For any business, like if there is a successful business,
Yeah.
there is a successful business owner or a business leader behind it.
I love that, because that's the other thing too, is particularly with smaller businesses, we see the people, but when you get into bigger businesses, it becomes this elusive and there's no one behind it. It's the corporation,
Yeah, exactly.
so, but there are actually people behind it.
Yes,
love
it's the
that.
people. It starts from them. And great businesses exist because of great leaders and because of the powerful teams they build around them. And great leaders are firstly self-aware, which is what we do in our program. They display a great deal of emotional intelligence, which we also do in our program. And they know, most importantly, to lead themselves in order to lead others, right? They know how to operate outside their comfort zone. They know how to strategically think forward. They're very, very creative in their thinking too. And they know how to take calculated risks to make results happen for them. The desired results happen for them rather than to them. They don't sit around waiting for it. They take action. They constantly operate from a winner mindset. And this is the core of Art and Authenticity program, where we help business owners and leaders and individuals become the powerful leaders they can be.
I want to say here that they can, from my perspective, you can be the most effective when you're enjoying doing all of that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's where, we combine fun and we bring our personalities to the program as well, where we're quite lively people. So it's not going to be one of those, a very whiteboardy kind of a workshop. It's very interactive. We talk to one another and Maureen brings art and she brings her personality and I bring mindset and leadership to it, but I bring my personality as well. And it's quite light and we do it over some nibbles and drinks. And Maureen, I've been talking. Maybe it's your turn now.
Maureen, tell us more about this amazing trip that you're taking us all on.
Fantastic. It is a journey. I love what you were both saying before when Shruti asked you what's the most important aspect of business leadership. And you both came from the creative spot, the innovation, and the enjoyment. And creativity drives innovation. And how do businesses start? It's a kernel of an idea. It's creativity. And creative minds design creative solutions to the challenges that are part of every day, whether you're a business leader or a mother or a scientist, whatever it is. There's always a challenge. The art component of our program truly stretches that creative muscle, and through the various projects that we do, delivers tangible results. I mentioned a little bit earlier that, often the idea of picking up a paintbrush or a pencil to draw something is terrifying to people. But through the exercise of learning how to see, tangible results happen. And those finished artworks, whether they're paintings or drawings or whatever we make, they are real reminders about the outcomes of the perseverance and the accompanying success that brings. Business leaders that demonstrate their own creative fortitude and encourage and nurture their staff and teams to develop their creative resilience. They build not only strong businesses, but they build teams of empowered individuals. And that empowerment drives a business to grow or a corporation to blossom and to be a place where people are happy at what they do. As a business owner with a team of empowered people, you then have the freedom to grow and explore new ideas and new vistas and continue your journey and enjoy what you do. As you can see, Shruti's focus on the human behavioral aspect, together with my focus on the philosophy of perception and how we see things, provides a really unique, very unconventional, and wonderful experience, personal development and life's journey. It's a powerful experience.
Yeah, it's very exciting. So what's an ideal Art and Authentic workshop like?
Art and Authenticity workshops, they do fully integrate the left and right brain activities that we were speaking about before, promoting professional and personal growth and development. And it happens because of the metaphoric mirrors and opportunities that we've created through the nature of our programming for people to look inward, both on a very conscious level, but also on a very unconscious level. through that marriage of coaching, which is very left brain, and the making art and learning to see, which is very right brain. If you would open the door and peek inside our workshops when we're going full steam, you would see a room full of people who are deeply committed to whatever work that they're focused on, and also connected as a community, because in that space of willingness to be vulnerable and take that deep dive inside, connections are made, trust is built, comfort is grown, and you'll see transformation happening in front of you. First, you'll start to hear self-talk shift, and instead of denigrating themselves, people will say, "Oh, I can do that." And then you start to see self-confidence build. And that would maybe be demonstrated in the willingness to say, "Oh, I'll take that example. I can make an example of that." Or holding up a finished artwork and being proud of it rather than, "Oh, I don't want to show it." And finally, in the action steps that are taken. And through a 6-week journey from start to finish, there is measurable growth. And art and authenticity workshops are personal, they're supportive, they're action-oriented, and they're hugely, hugely rewarding. And I'm going to give it to our nuts and bolts lady to describe it in a little different way.
So Maureen in every class teaches clients how to see, right? And she helps them find comfort in their discomfort by reaching for the stars, by their ability to create, visualize, and create it into a real art piece. I use that momentum to help clients realize that perseverance is key to success and happiness in life. And, just by being a bit uncomfortable for a period of time, you can achieve the world. Because, you grow in that discomfort, and then you know that you're limitless, like I said before, and you just go and achieve what you want to achieve.
I can see you guys are limitless.
Yeah.
It's actually what you're creating, you also are, which is amazing. We're going to have to go, but yes. I really want to have everybody listening know how they can get in touch with you and find out more about this amazing workshop.
They can find us through Facebook page. Mm-hmm. So we have Art and Authenticity. They can find us through my personal page, which is Shruti Mouli Coaching, and they can find Maureen through Maureen Barten Consulting. We'll be setting up a Facebook page very, very soon. And they can find us via Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn.
Beautiful.
And we'll put that back up on our page.
We will. Yeah. We will. Thank you both so much for your time.
Thank you very much.
For getting up early and knocking on the wrong doors. And
but we found the right doors.
That's right.
The right doors opened.
And you picked Bohemian Rhapsody as your song. Tell us why.
As you know, Freddie Mercury was quite an unconventional guy. And he struggled with his identity for a very, very long time. His music was great, but I think through Bohemian Rhapsody, he found himself again. And he brought all these different genres of music into one song. And he kind of became a legend through that, isn't it? And what Maureen and I are trying to do as well is, through a very unconventional approach, kind of bring different people together and help them achieve their legendary status in whatever it is that they do. And hopefully we become legends too of some sort.
I think you will.
Yes, absolutely.
A room full of legends. I love it.
Yeah.
And I think that song is a testament of where we are headed as well.
Thank you, Maureen, for coming on the phone, and Shruti, thank you so much. I'm really interested to see what happens in the future as well with you two. I can just see this relationship blossoming beautifully. Yeah.
You've been listening to the Two Natural Ladies podcast. Visit twonaturalladies.com.au for more information. Thanks for joining us.